So to become a tomb guard, you first have the 3 volunteers. You volunteer for the Army, you volunteer for Fort Myer, and you volunteer to become a tomb guard.
So typically it takes about anywhere between 8 to 12 months to train to become a tomb guard.
Now, individuals wanting to become a tomb guard have to go through a 2-week TGTC, Tomb Guard Training Cycle, where you will learn initially how to walk properly, you will learn the guard change, you will learn how to make your uniform.
So we get graded on each individual piece of our uniform. We also get graded on our outside performance, how we perform outside. We also get graded on our knowledge, how well we can memorize 17 pages of knowledge and speak to the public.
Now, after taking your test and assuming you are selected to join a relief, you will then start your actual tomb guard training process, which consists of 4 tests. Test 1 and Test 2 are basically the same. It is a test of, are you able to make your uniform to our standard, but not quite to the standard of perfection? Are you able to retain your knowledge of the 17 pages verbatim? And are you able to conduct a guard change near perfection? Now, your full rotation test and your badge test are tests of perfection in reality. Are you able to make a perfect uniform? Are you able to go outside and have a perfect guard change? Are you able to use your knowledge to brief the public? And assuming you pass all of that, you are able to earn your Tomb of the Unknown Soldier identification badge, which I wear right here.
So unfortunately, not everyone passes training and has the opportunity to guard the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Our training process is very strict and very select. So unfortunately, some people just don't make the criteria that it takes to become a tomb guard. So the different pieces of the tomb guard uniform, first thing you'll notice is we wear a buff strap, which distinguishes us from other units in the Army. It comes from the 3rd Infantry Regiment. We also have an honor guard tab on our left shoulder that also distinguishes us from other units. So on my uniform, I wear a military police badge. I also wear a unit identification badge that distinguishes me from the infantrymen in the platoon that I work with. Every tomb guard can get dressed within 3 minutes. We learn this by practicing uniform drills. So typically our first one starts out at about 7 minutes, which is not good. We just practice and practice until we get it perfect and under those 3 minutes.
Most people serve as a tomb guard at around 2 years. The idea behind that is you spend a year going through training and then a year training your replacement. Most people try to stay longer than their 2 years. I've been here about 2.5 years now, just because it is such a great mission. The people are amazing and no one really wants to leave because of it.
So the difference between a walker and a changer, typically when you're a walker, you're a junior enlisted soldier, and if you're a changer, you're a non-commissioned officer. So a non-commissioned officer is just a more seasoned soldier in the military.
When guarding the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, tomb guards and sentinels will not wear a name tape or display rank unless they are changing the guard. That is to not outrank the unknowns and not draw attention to yourself.
So what rank is would be the insignia that's on my arm. The only time I would wear this is when I'm changing the guard.
Whenever I'm guarding and I'm posted outside, the way that I keep track of time is the same way I kept track going through training. You count 21s, or 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and then 21 Mississippi, turn, and it just somehow works out.
When I'm guarding the tomb, I'm thinking about just counting my 21s, making sure everything is precise and perfect. I'm also thinking about keeping the security of the tomb and the plaza. I'm
thinking about the mission, I'm thinking about the people that are out there, and I'm also thinking about what I'm going to have for lunch that day. My typical week as a tomb guard looks kind of similar to a fireman's schedule or work week. It's a 9-day work week. Day 1, day 3, and day 5, we will work 26 hours, 2 hours onto the next day. Day 2, day 4, we have 22 hours off. Day 6, 7, 8, and 9, we have off as a recovery period and as a few days to maintain our uniforms or make new uniform items. However, on the days that I'm working, it is 100% hands on deck. We are making sure that the people getting ready to guard the unknowns, they look decent. we're making sure that they are getting their training while maintaining our standard of perfection ourselves. So it looks very, very busy.
I would say the worst weather I've ever stood guard in has to be between the heat and the snow. It's either extremely hot or extremely cold. We had a very bad winter last year. It caused the plaza to have like about 5 inches of snow, which was very hard to march in and to fight through.
The worst weather I have personally ever stood guard in has to be the Virginia heat. It can get upwards to 115 degrees out here. The plaza is granite and the tomb itself is marble, and the sun's reflection off of that just makes it infinitely hotter under our wool uniform. So it could be 115 degrees outside, it will be 140 degrees inside of our wool uniforms. So that would be the hardest I've ever guarded in. No matter the weather, rain, sleet, snow, we will maintain our guard here at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
I was inspired to become a tomb guard when I was on a field trip here when I was about 8 years old. It was my first time seeing the guard change. I was just amazed by the soldiers and what they did. It's actually why I joined the Army, one of the reasons. I never thought I would be stationed here on Fort Myer and have the opportunity to try out for the tomb, but here I am.
My initial inspiration to become a tomb guard has to be missing out on my DC field trip. When all my other classmates went to DC, I did not, so I kind of had that fear of missing out. So I went home, I was on YouTube looking up all the monuments, trying to see what they got to experience, and I came across the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. That was my initial inspiration for actually joining the Army. So once I joined the Army, went through my infantry schooling, and I got stationed here at Fort Myer, I had no idea that the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier was actually here until I did some exploring around post and I discovered it. And ever since then, I did my absolute hardest to come down to attempt to be a tomb guard. Guarding the tomb, to me, is more or less a special opportunity that not many get to honor those that came before us.
So guarding the tomb for me is about not only the unknowns, but growing up to be like the people I saw when I was just 8 years old and being just like them.
When we were guarding, it's not about us. It's about those who came before us and those that never came home.